Race 5 coming up, and we've got Regal Tycoon, the market leader. She's had 14 career starts. She's never missed the podium, and she's chasing a winning hat-trick, and punters anticipate she's once again the one to beat. It's already been a good night for the Bedgood team, and they saddle up the second-elect Metallic Ruler, who was well-backed in the last couple of days, but has been pushed back out on race day. Was 460 into 310. Today, 310 back to 340. Queen of Tuscany now at 650 with Illuminance. Arizona Activist, the other runner, in single-figure odds at 950, out from 650. But the top two in the market, clearly the best backed. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website.
This mounting yard is brought to you by Vobis Platinum. Find out more at vobisplatinum.com.au.
Race number 5 is the first leg of the quaddie. No scratchings to report here for the Paint Place Cranbourne Benchmark 70 handicap. And we start with number 1, Arizona Activist for Ben, Will and JD Hayes. Will Gordon takes the ride. Was fourth of 5 runners at Morfordville last start. Might found this a shade easier though.
I think it will. It was a small field there as well. And that was second up off the back of a good run at Moe behind Recon, who is airborne as well and has gone on to really frank that form. So prepare to forgive last start a touch. Arizona Activist, 5-year-old by Regal Tycoon, at its best is absolutely up to a race like this. Very consistent, third up, fitter, can improve from a good gate. It's an open race. This is one of your chances.
2 Monjurify, Matt Kamani and Ian Walsh back after a 24-week break here.
It's had 2 jump outs, both of them nice efforts, finishing first and second in good pieces of work. Does usually improve off the back of a first up run, and this is a solid enough race. But another one who's at its best around this mark, I just think it's going to improve off this, and it's probably going to strike a few of these a little bit sharper tonight.
Number 3 is Regal Tycoon for John McArdle and Jamie Mott. Now, we're on Jamie Mott watch here. He rode the last winner, Theology. He's got the favourite here, Regal Tycoon, in race 5. He's got the favourite, My Rockefeller, in race 6. He's got the favourite in race 7, Seven Oceans. So the fact that he's also got a ride in the last race, Maxi Bon is in the market at 550. Look out as far as the quaddie is concerned.
He's a chance.
I'm saying he's a big chance, and what a fine rider he is, and what an honest mare she is, Regal Tycoon.
Oh, she's a ripper. You'd love to own her. 14 starts, never out of the top 3, 4 wins and 10 placings. She's been very consistent, 3 of her last 4. She's getting up in grade now. She beat Illuminance last time out, who she faces here as well, though. She's going to go forward. She's going to go forward from that wider gate, which is probably the way you want to go forward and be in the middle of the track. I think she'll get every opportunity.
Velocio Caro comes up with the 1 draw here for David Noonan. This horse having its 4th run for him. Logan McNeil takes the ride.
Likely an ugly draw, isn't it? Low will get back, probably needs a little bit of luck from there. At its absolute best for the previous yard when it was raced by Ma, it would be up to a race like this. But the last 4 starts, though it maybe is down in class a touch, it just hasn't shown enough.
Now, here's one to look out for. Ticks a lot of boxes. Number 5, Metallic Ruler. Gavin Bedgood already a winner here. This horse has its 2nd start for him. Bo Mertens goes on. This horse has won twice, 2nd up before, and that run at Sandown was very encouraging.
It was. It was a good effort for the new yard, wasn't it? Just couldn't reel in a smart leader in Primal Spirit, who had a little bit of a tactical advantage on it. So it's an ex-Bjorn Baker runner. It's going to be fitter here. You know the stable's going well. You know the stable does well with these sort of horses. It's drawn away from the fence enough in barrier 5 that it's going to get every opportunity. I quite like this horse. I've got it on top, and I think it gets its chance.
Number 6, Queen of Tuscany, Robbie Griffiths, who just trained the last winner. Jai McNeil takes the ride. This mare is down in weight, gets a senior jockey here, and probably the draw suits her better than last time.
Well, potentially, but I'm worried about, again, the inside's not the place to be. She's going to get back. First up at Sandown, she was held up horribly. Last time, she was held up as well. She flew late when she did get out, but she was blocked at a really key stage there. The 1,300 metres for me is still a little bit of a query for her as well. I think she's best when she gets that extra 100 metres over 14. I think she'll find it tough, but she is racing well and deserves to win a race like this. I'm just really worried about the map.
Number 7, Illuminance. Julius Sandu is the trainer. Emily Posman claims to here. This mare comes through the Regal Tycoon race where she was a runner-up.
She was, and she was 3 wide with no cover last start, so it was a tough run, and Regal Tycoon was up on speed, doing it from a better position in running. But that said, Illuminance is a horse who She's had plenty of chances now, this mare, by a 5-year-old mare, and she's only won a couple. 19 starts, 2 wins, another 9 second placings. She does tend to find one better, but she's got the ability to win a race like this.
Number 8, Diamond in the Rough. Matthew Brown and Jet Stanley combining with this horse. Drops 4.5 kilos on its last win at Mornington.
It does, but it comes from a benchmark 56 up to a pretty solid benchmark 70. So off the back of that, you can see why it drops in the weight. It was a good winner, but as it should in that grade, it was 3 wide, no cover, but still too strong. Is it ready to step back up to this grade and be competitive? Second up, that's going to remain to be seen, but the horse is in form.
And number 9, 2 Sigma wraps up our field. Reese Goodwin, the trainer who trained the first winner on the program. Luke Cartwright claims 1.5 kilos. She's an interesting runner. She comes back from, I guess, a Metro quality race as far as the prize money is concerned, and she is a winner second up.
And Mark Dell, the winner of that race, is a smart type as well. She was back there. She worked off nicely. What I will say is she was entitled to. They really rocketed along up in front, and she was only beaten 1.3, but it was a blanketed finish. She's an improver here with some extra fitness, but I do have a few above her.
All right, well, what are those few that you have above her?
Metallic Ruler, had one in my pencil case at school, and I've got one on top here for Gavin Bedgegood. Goes on top. I think it's going to get every opportunity. Regal Tycoon, well, it's going to finish in the top 3. You can take that to the bank, Ollie. Arizona Activist next. Illuminance does find a horse to beat it every now and then, but it is very consistent. You had a look at him in the yard. Run us through him.
I like number 3 on top, Regal Tycoon. I thought he's going to get a comfy lead again here. Jamie Mott and John McCardle, always a strong combination. From number 7, Illumins, it looked really well in the yard too. I think it gets a good run from the draw and a nice claim here. 5, Metallic Ruler. He was a little sweaty, but once again, Bo Mertens and Gavin Bedgegood, a good combination. And I didn't mind the look of number 2 as a bit of a roughie here. Could run a bit of a race fresh. Montify.
Late money for the top 2 in the market. Regal Tycoon 270 into 260, the best backed overall. Metallic Ruler trims up from 340 into 320. Then we've got both Queen of Tuscany and Illuminance both at 7. Arizona Activist a bit soft out to $10. Punters hope and anticipate the 3 and 5 will fight out race number 5. Lots to check out on the Ladbrokes app, including the hosted pots. Good fun punting together. Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website.
Well, the favourite here is Regal Tycoon. Wouldn't you love a stable full of Regal Tycoons? You wouldn't go broke, would you? She's had 14 starts, 4 wins, 6 seconds and 4 thirds. She's an absolute ripper, and her trainer John McCardle is with Quinny.
He is indeed, Johnny. Hopefully a big 40 minutes coming up because you've got the race favourites in races 5 and 6. We'll start with Regal Tycoon. 14 career starts. She's never missed the podium. Chasing a winning hat-trick. You'd love a stable of them.
Yeah, I would. Wouldn't mind her and her brother having a stable full of both of them. But, no, look, she's a very consistent mare. She's tough and she's honest. Steps up in grade and stays at the big weight tonight. But she was good here last start. It's a pretty simple sort of formula with her. She goes to Fulham Park onto the water walker. She comes back. She has one gallop, goes to the races. So hopefully that will stay the same tonight.
Has there been any temptation to maybe go a little higher in terms of being ambition because she just keeps producing no matter where she runs, or is it basically slow and steady, go through the grades?
Yeah, slow and steady and go through the grades. She initially was a horse that made a lot of mistakes and did a lot wrong, so sort of taking a little bit of a line through her brother. He hit his best form when he was a 4 and 5-year-old, so hopefully she's the same.
Now, we were lucky to interview you pre-race before she won last time out, and you were very bullish. Are you as confident tonight?
Yeah, look, as I say, probably the rail looks a little bit off, which takes away her she rails like a greyhound, so Jamie's probably going to be angling out, which may take that away from her a little bit. And the second favourite looks to be in good form, but she's here in good order, and hopefully she can repeat the last start.
Now, speaking of ultra-consistent, that is the case with My Rockefeller in race number 6. What are we thinking tonight?
He'll jump, he'll roll forward. If something wants to go stupidly quick, he'll be sort of second or third. If not, he'll take up the lead. He'll get rolling at the 500 or 600, depending how hard he's gone. And he'll grind away. If one of them can sprint a bit better than him, they'll have him covered. If not, he'll just keep grinding away.
Well, hopefully a winner or 2 tonight, and then you've got runners at Caulfield and Mornington in the next couple of days. Anything we can pay for a Christmas present with?
The horse tomorrow's a nice horse, Sailor Hero. It might come up a little bit quick for her, but she's a nice horse. And they're an even bunch. They all should run all right on Monday without being a standout.
Best of luck, Johnny.
Thank you.
John.
Well, Adam Oslangsy has kicked off the slippers, taken off the smoking jacket and put down the pipe. He's back behind the binoculars here for the first leg of the quaddie race number 5.
And Ryan, thank you. Yes, I was getting quite comfortable there in the dining room, but maybe not the slippers. These last couple are coming up. Paint Place Cranbourne, benchmark 70, lights on. And here's 2 Sigma to come up. Luke Cartwright in the saddle. One of 5 mares in the race, 2 Sigma. And lights flashing on the gates are almost set. Ready to go, first leg of the quaddie. And they're off. Regal Tycoon, she got a flying start from Diamonds into Rough. Veloce Caro and also Queen of Tuscany starting to muster speed, but they don't have the same pace as Regal Tycoon, and she leads them onto the course proper easily. She edges across now down to the fence, 1,000 to go, 3/4 to a half on Diamonds into Rough. Veloce Caro third, Queen of Tuscany. Illuminance caught without any cover, 3 wide. Metallic Ruler is midfield, then comes Mongerify, Arizona Activist and 3 lengths to 2 Sigma. Heading to the top of the track, they've got 650 metres to go, and Jamie Mott just starts to moderate the speed with Regal Tycoon. She's looking for 3 straight wins. She does it comfortably by a half length. Diamonds into Rough. Illuminance getting closer in the 3 wide line, now a length and a half off the leader, but Regal Tycoon starts to dial it up, and she's got many of these chasing now. Veloce Caro back and forth. Metallic Rule appeals to the outside from Arizona Activist and 2 Sigma. So Regal Tycoon, the one to beat. She comes away from the fence. She's in good going now. She's 3 lengths on the rest of them. Here down the outside is Metallic Ruler trying to range, but it's Regal Tycoon, 100 to go. There's no stopping her. She's a winning machine. She won it by 2 lengths, Metallic Ruler. Third, Luminance and 2 Sigma. It was close there. Veloce Caro next, Arizona Activist, Mongerify, and then came Queen of Tuscany and Diamonds into Rough.
Tactical advantage in running, up on the speed and got the job done. She's tough. She doesn't know how to run a bad race, puts herself in, trained by the very astute John McArdle. She gets another win. That's 3 on the bounce. Metallic Ruler was very good, but was just too far back. That horse settled last on the inside, did work home nicely. The Sandu runner, Illuminance, it was 3 wide, no cover. That's not the worst place to be tonight, though. I think it's been soundly beaten, but it run well once again. And I tell you what, 1 for the Black Book, 2 Sigma pushing home down the outside. But who would you rather have in your stable? That is a smart little horse, Regal Tycoon, consistent. Moddy racing well. Too easy this, isn't it?
Yeah, he really controlled the tempo from the front half there, and particularly the first half of the race. He really had it on his own terms, and then you could see halfway around the bend, he knew he had it so easy. He put the foot down and made them chase him, and, you know, she's just too good to beat, too good around this track, this mare. She really loves it around here, controlled the tempo. The top 3 there, well in the market, and like you said, for 4th there, 2 Sigma making ground. I thought the roughie I put in, Monchify, he ran okay back at the inside on the inferior ground there, but all credit to the win and to the winner and Jamie Mott.
Well, Johnny McArdle's done a fantastic job with Regal Tycoon. He's joining Ryan Phelan.
Down here with John. Well, what can you say about this match? She's just a beauty.
Yeah, she is. Look, she's tough, she's honest, she makes her own luck, she rolls along out in front. A couple of them came to put a bit of pressure on her, you know, before the turn, and I thought, well, let's see what you're going to do under the big weight again tonight, girl. And Jamie asked her to click into gear, and she did. So, you know, he rode her perfectly. The staff at home do a great job with her. The team at Fulham Park, you know, she goes there, she spends a week, 10 days on the water walker. She comes home, she has 1 gallop and goes from there. And Mark Burkhart and the team at Regal Bloodstock, they sourced her with Lenny Russo, so no, she's a good man.
What's she like to work with at home, and what signs is she showing you? Because she just seems to be thriving on racing at the moment.
She was the worst horse I've ever put a saddle on at her first start. She tried to kill me, the strapper, and then everyone that went near her. She was very, very volatile until she got about 6 starts in, and then the penny dropped, and she's been an absolute queen ever since. So, yeah, look, she likes winning now. She's won 3 in a row, so we'll go home, find another one and see if she can do it again.
Well, the Christmas lunch just got a bit bigger. Might get even bigger in the next race with My Rockefeller.
We won't get greedy, but we'll hope.
Good on you, John.
Thank you.
Here's Jamie Mott. He's just having a swig of water. As I put the pressure on him pre-race too. I said we're on Jamie Mott watch, and he hasn't let us down there. But she doesn't let you down, Jamie. You knew what the mission was there. You identified it in the previous race. You were worried about that rail being shifty. Just take us through that last 500-600 metres.
Yeah, look, obviously she's a known leader, and she can rail really good at these tight tracks and give a good kick, and has a big advantage on the opposition by doing so. And just today, with the inside being off, you sometimes lose your advantage. But I was pretty confident that she's going really well, and she's obviously the one to beat in the race. And if she runs up to what she's been doing, she'll be winning again. And I travelled great. I was able to angle off sort of 4 or 5 off the inside, and she quickened. I sort of had her top by the time we were cornering. So by the time I got it to probably the 200, I suppose, she just held a gallop to the line and was really strong.
Yeah, she's got that great change-up speed, isn't she? And with the record she's building, she's sort of crying out for a race in town quality, isn't she?
For sure, and all going well, I'm sure she'll be hopefully there next time.
Yeah, as I mentioned, a double now. You've got some pretty good rides still to come. My Rockefeller in the next race.
Yeah, look, he's a nice chance. It was a good run here. His last start, he's very one pace, so 2600 will suit, and hopefully if they let me have it easy enough, I'll be off and gone. They won't narrow around.
Eat this pressure we're putting on you and keep the winners coming. Well done, Jamie.
Cheers.
Jamie Mott there. He's in fine form, and there's more to come here at Cranbourne tonight.